Hi, I'm Sophie Howard, founder of Higher Tea, and this is the first in a short series of videos that we're putting together around health and some of the health questions and tips that we have conversations with our customers around. So we're trying to pick the most popular topics, always open for suggestions for new ideas or anything you want to know more about. But today's topic, which is the first, is about sleep. And so our chamomile tea is very popular. We also sell a couple of other caffeine-free teas, and this is because people find it quite hard to wind down. And so there might be other reasons you're wanting to cut out caffeine, but often a main one is that you have trouble sleeping. So there's actually been a real flurry of articles in the media in the last week or so about sleep. There's been some big published studies come out with some new evidence, and we've been through those, and we thought that we would just share some of the latest thinking and some of the tips that have worked for us. So starting at the top, number one is trying to minimise caffeine, and especially later in the day. So I'm always a pretty keen coffee drinker, despite running a tea business. So I always enjoy one coffee first thing in the morning with breakfast. But after lunchtime, I just don't drink coffee at all and never will now, because I do notice the difference it makes on my sleep. If you're drinking more than 1 or 2 cups in the morning, you might want to think about switching to either a green tea or something completely different. So green tea is a really good morning drink because it's still got some caffeine in, and so you do get that little bit of a wake-up call, and it's delicious. It's really easy to drink. It might take a bit of getting used to, but our gunpowder green tea is very drinkable. It's not bitter or hard. It's really sort of mellow, easy drink. And there's a lot of other huge health benefits actually with green tea. So for more than just the caffeine reason, switching from coffee to tea is a really great move. And also really try to avoid any caffeine at all in the afternoon. So that can be through chocolate as well, or other shock horror fizzy drinks. So yeah, just stick to decaffeinated drinks for the second half of the day and go easy on the caffeine in the first half of the day. Another really sort of biological thing is to use daylight in the morning, so that first morning sun, to break up the melatonin in your body. So there's 2 hormones that control sleepiness and wakefulness, melatonin and serotonin. And you really need your melatonin to drop away fast in the daytime so that your serotonin can rise at the end of the day, which helps you go to sleep. And it seems really simple, but it really works, which is just to go outside and spend some time in some bright daylight first thing in the morning. And the sooner that you do that in your day, the higher your serotonin levels will be in the evening at bedtime. So it's just a sort of a simple habit change, really easy to do. But you'll notice that makes a really big difference to how ready for bed you feel at the end of the day, and that will really help. By managing those 2 hormones, it makes a real difference to your body clock and your ability just to wind down and get into a good deep sleep. And it'll also actually improve the quality of your sleep as well once you've gone to sleep. Another one is a lifestyle one as well, which is around screens and devices. So while at the end of your busy day, running around, doing jobs, looking after family, looking after household, cooking, other chores, not a lot of downtime in many people's lives, and often right till the last minute of the waking day we're jamming in things to do, or Facebook or whatever we might be doing. But if you can just leave that screen off, whether it's your device or watching television, for the last hour before you actually go to bed, you'll notice it's actually linked to the point I mentioned last around this hormone serotonin. So that bright screen tricks your body into thinking it's still full daylight and it's nowhere near bedtime yet. So by switching off the screen just a bit earlier, you'll notice that your body will feel a lot readier for sleep when it's time to hit that pillow. And also go to sleep sounds easy to do, much harder to actually do, which is to go to bed as early as possible. So this again links to those hormones. The more sleep you have before midnight, the better. The depth of your sleep, because of the serotonin level being higher, is much better quality sleep before midnight. So there's sort of an old wives' tale. One hour after midnight sleep is equivalent to 2 hours before midnight. No, sorry, the other way around. yeah, so 1 hour sleep before midnight is the same as getting 2 extra hours of lie-in. So yeah, your time is better spent sleeping before midnight. Another thing is to make your bedroom a really welcoming space. So make sure your bed's comfortable, your mattress is good quality, you've aired your bed and your room. You make your bed nicely. That's just a small thing that can really help that whole sort of ritual of starting the day and ending the day really well. And you can burn lavender oil, some other nice sort of aromatherapy things you can do, like chamomile drops on your pillow. That sort of thing can work quite nicely just as a natural way to help. I mean, there's therapeutic benefits in those two particular essential oils, but it's also that association and the ritual which really helps your body get into a habit for a good deep sleep. Another thing I've been experimenting with a bit myself is guided meditations, and I found this awesome product, headspace.com, and he's a monk who set up this little startup business, which is an app, and he does these short guided meditations, 10 minutes or so to start with, and they build up over time, and they're great. Really nice way to just focus on being mindful and grateful for your day, and it's a really positive way to end the day or to start the day, but I've really enjoyed using that in the evenings. If you can't sleep, don't just sort of lie there thrashing around. Don't turn on the computer or do work or look at screens, but see if you can sort of potter around the house for a little bit or read a book until you're feeling naturally sleepy again. And as long as you set the alarm and get up early and start to get into a routine of the time of day that you get out of bed, you'll find over time you will start to need that sleep earlier in the evening, and it'll be easier to get to sleep. But I think a lot of sleep is actually the preparation for sleep. Not by the time you're in bed, you should be ready to go out like a light. And if you follow some of these other tips, you'll find that that's much easier to achieve. There's a lot of bad habits creep in when we're busy. We kind of run a million miles an hour all day, and then our minds and bodies are still at full speed at bedtime. So we always have challenges with, life. I've got young children, so I get woken up quite a bit during the night, and sometimes I find it hard to get back to sleep. I just try not to use devices, turn off the smartphone, and make sure first thing in the morning, no matter how tired I am, I get up, get some daylight, and keep off the coffees later in the day. So those are the tips that have worked for me, and they sum up some of the recent findings that have been published. The caffeine in the device and screens thing is absolutely solid. That is just, a no-brainer. If you want good sleep, you need to be on top of those two things. And then some of the other ones are a bit more specific to your own personal needs and preferences, but some of the things that we think are good. So if you're looking for a non-caffeinated delicious drink, we stock quite a few different caffeine-free teas on our website, highertea.com. It's higher-tea.com. And we also sell a really nice green tea if you still want a caffeinated morning drink, and our English breakfast and Earl Grey, a good classic starts to the day. But interested to hear your comments and tips around sleep, so pop anything that you want to share in the comments below. I'm actually a naturopath as well, so some of the teas that we sell have different herbs in them which have therapeutic benefits. So we have, say for our depression tea, we've got St. John's wort, or we've got passion flower for our anxiety tea. So some of those can help with sleep, but I think a better thing is to fix up some of the habits first and then look at some of the herbal remedies secondly. So feel free to get in touch with me. I'd love to hear from you with any of your health questions or queries, and look forward to talking to you in the next video. I think the next one we're doing is around stress, so that's another big topical subject, and lots of good stuff to share with you there. And great talking to you. Thanks very much, and look forward to your comments below. Thanks.